I write in the notebook, but I did not solve yet also. Okay, a 4.722 grams of unknown gas is collected over water. Listen to the question. Let's treat this as a quiz box or a science fair competition wherein different schools are competing all over the region 7 like this, or in the division Cebu. For example, private schools and public schools are meeting with each other to face the science quiz bowl or science fair quiz. So let's assume that this is one of the questions there, and then the host is telling. Okay. Question number 4. A 4.722 grams of unknown gas is collected over water inside a 2.75 liter container at 298 Kelvin. The total pressure inside the container is 749 torr, and the vapor pressure of water is 23.76 torr. Determine the unknown gas present in the container. A. Okay, carbon monoxide. B. Dinitrogen oxide. C. Carbon dioxide. E. Hydrogen sulfide. E. None of the above. In this type of question, it creates confusion. Why? Because all are amounts. Okay, and then you need to ask what kind of element and what kind of compound is that. It looks like stranger. It looks like rare, right? But treat that as you should also solve. And then then you can understand why what you are trying to solve. Ganon. Something like this. Let's solve na. Given. Ganon. Given da yon. Di ba? Ano pagdugay-dugay? Okay, given. So, mass. Mass of unknown. Nakakaloka. So, 4.722 grams of unknown. Meaning to say, unknown element or unknown compound. It could be either the two. We don't know yet, right? Unknown element and unknown compound. Okay? This is still under, studying of gases also, no? Pure substance under the classification of matter. Okay? Component. Okay. And then, it's collected over the water inside a 2.5 liter container. So, we'll draw the container. Muna siya. Container, guys. And then, water is inside. Ganon, this is water. Diba? H2O. Like this. And then, inside a 2.5 liter container. Okay. So, meaning to say, this is the total volume of the container. Because it said, inside a 2.5 liter container, man God. Okay, so this is the total volume of the container, which is that it will occupy, or the capacity. So, 75 liter. O, ganon. Now, at 298 Kelvin. Okay. Ganon. Now, the total pressure inside the container, nakakaloka. The total pressure is, inside the container is 749 torr. Okay. Total pressure, remember, PT. Okay. Now, and the vapor pressure, vapor pressure, VP, this is not vice president, VP, vapor pressure. Okay. VP is 23.76 torr. Okay. Like that. Now, determine the unknown element with this data. Okay. Now, you will analyze as the container doesn't involve chemical change because there's no boiling like that. It's just only stand there. Okay? Understood. It was just, you get this container and then put the water, blah, 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 nga na lang siya. And then, your second mysterious question, mysterious talaga. It could be an open system or a closed system. Because there are two types of containers, either closed and open. Because it will matter. If it is open, then it will vaporize into the atmosphere. Okay, the pressure of the vapor. But if it is closed, it's another story also. So if it is closed, meaning it is a diabatic process. A diabatic, meaning the heat in that is zero, totally zero. The heat content, because adiabatic, right? In thermodynamics. Now, maglibog taon sa nga container, ito man specify. But, in this case, otherwise not specified, it's assumed to be closed. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or else it will escape the molecules into the atmosphere. You got the point? Okay, so let's assume that this is a closed system or closed container. Remember, it's not stated in the problem, but you will be the one to analyze. Okay, closed system or closed container. Okay, like this. So normally, if it is a closed container, and there's no boiling. By the way, boiling point, the definition of the boiling point of the water, when the vapor of the pressure will equal to the pressure of the surrounding liquid inside the container. That's why 100 degrees Celsius will be reached. And that is exclusive for water. Other inorganic liquids and organic liquids don't have 100 degrees Celsius except for water. Okay? You get the point? Now, so, yung tataana, pero this is not boiled man. Okay? Now, total pressure naman tayo 749. So, mubalik ka sa basic math. Okay? Since this is a closed container, we will say total pressure is equal to the pressure of water plus the pressure of the vapor. Since in science, guys, you will never say pressure of the vapor. That is vapor pressure, bali. But actually, it's just the same pressure of the vapor. Because what's inside the container are the vapor here and the water. So it will become pressure of the vapor or vapor of the pressure. Or vapor pressure na good siya. Now, take the values. You have 749 torr. 749 torr. Ganun, chupa-chucho. And then we have the pressure of the water. Okay? Which is nothing. Oh no, it's here. Okay? We have, okay, the pressure of, the vapor pressure of the water have vapor pressure of the water, which is 23.76. Okay? And then wala kay sa vapor. Okay? Kinaman ang liquid. See? The vapor pressure of the water, wala ka sa liquid. Now we have the pressure of the liquid. Ang imong gipangita or the H2O na. Okay? Ganon. Okay? So we can say na muna may tabunin ng higayuna. Okay? So pressure of the water, moingon din kanina ng higayuna that 749 total pressure minus the vapor pressure of the water. Okay, which is 23.76. Mao na siya ang pressure of the liquid alone. Okay, not the vapor pressure. Pressure of the liquid H2O, not the vapor. Again, let's make it clear. Pressure of the liquid water, not the vapor. Okay, it's not the same. Okay, so muna siya hitabo. So pressure of the water. Ganun, chupa-chucho. Ganun. I-minus na siya, guys. Okay, before pressure of the water. So we need to vapor pressure of water. Okay, i-minus siya, guys. So 749, ganun chupa-chucho. Okay, 749 minus 23.76. So this is the pressure of the liquid. 75.24. Pressure of the liquid surrounding inside the container. Right? 24. Muna siya ang torr. Now remember, guys, if the container is closed, what will happen? There's no escape. What is the basic theory for that? There's no escape, there's no loss. There's no recovery, there's no generation to the environment, there's no leakages or whatever. So it will attain again the equilibrium of the liquid and the vapor. So we can say that this is also the pressure of the vapor will be equal to the pressure of the liquid because it was closed. Okay, they cannot escape. So it will establish an equality there. They will be equal. So what will be the pressure of the vapor? Is also the pressure of the liquid. Kaya wa man siya buslot. You get the point? Oh, muna siya. So muna na siya ang vapor pressure is equal to, or the pressure of the vapor, muna na siya. Dili kay liquid lang ni siya. Okay? Equal naman siya. Okay. Now, we have the pressure of the vapor. Equal to, pressure of the vapor equal to 725.24. Oh, nakaanang higayon na. Onya, anong element man, na makay temperature, na makay pressure. So, it's very obvious you will use the general gas equation or the ideal gas law equation by looking in your visual inspection. Huwag ka nang lalayo. Okay? You get the point? Ganon! Okay, so how can we do this? Okay, PV in RT. Okay, PV in RT. Oh, ganon. Okay, now check. Inspect. So pressure, naa. Tararat. Volume, naa. Tararat. Number of moles. So still an issue. Wala pa ka. It's not given. Okay, universal gas constant, naa. Tararat. Kelvin, naa. Tararat. So, ang iyong problema is only the number of moles. The definition of the number of moles or gram per, okay, or moles regularly siya dapat, di ba? But it's related to the molecular weight. So, molecular weight o molar mass is equal to, okay, mass over the number of moles. And manipulating in algebra, so N is equals to mass over the molecular weight. Okay, now substitute N there will be mass over the molecular weight. Okay, ganon. Ganon. Now, this is a technique. In determining unknown, guys, always put this in your brain cells. Because this will come out also in the board examination. I remember also, okay, like this. Tungkol sa kadaghan, adyo kayo hinungduman, right? Okay, like this. So, guys, even though in the electrochemistry topic also, electromagnetism, like that, or any electrochemical reaction, right? By using chemicals. Producing electricity by using chemicals are electrochemistry study. Okay? Like that. So, we have mass over molecular weight and RT. Guys, this is only the technique. Para mo din sulata. When the problem asks for a unknown chuba chucho, go directly to the molecular weight. Because that is the basis. Okay? For example, in the future, what is the unknown element in this particular situation? What is the unknown compound in this process? So, makompute na nimo if we'll try to solve the molecular weight. So, which molecular weight closer to that particular compound or element, that is your answer. Because the molecular weight, it will never be the same of all the elements and compound. There will be a variation, bigger variation, differences. It will never become similar. Okay? All. Get the point? So, troubleshoot good mo. Ang unknown. What kind of element? What element is that? What compound is that? Okay. Now, this is again algebra. Cross. Makabuang si algebra. Okay? So, pressure, volume, times molecular weight is equals to mass, universal gas constants times T. Now, calculate for the molecular weight. Molecular weight or molar mass is equal to, again, algebra. Divided by PV both sides, PV both sides. And then cancel chuba chucho. So, mass times universal gas constant times T over pressure times volume. Now, this is your standard formula of molecular weight relating to ideal gas law, and memorize na lang talaga siya. So that in every questions in the future examination, you can really answer if asking what kind of element, what is that element, what is that compound in the combination in this kind of problem. So, molecular weight is equals to mass times universal gas constant times T over the volume. O ganon. O pressure, ganon. So, imo kiman ang lang, ang pressure of volume dito siya sa ubos. Ganon. So that it's easy for you to memorize. Molecular weight is equals to the mass times universal gas constant R times T over pressure times volume. At to yun ipalusot sa denominator ang pressure of volume so that dali lang mo ma-memorize. You get the point? Oh, ganon. Again, akong papasa na akong gi-memorize. Oh, ipapasa na ako. Mimin ko nga. Oh, molecular weight is equals to the mass times universal gas constant R times T over the pressure of volume. Di ba dali ra? Kaya imo identification ng pressure of volume, butang mo sa ubos. Ganon. Okay? So, molecular weight is equals to mass times R times T over pressure times volume. Now, check now. Mass na 4.72. Okay? Grams. Universal gas constant. Adto ta sa liter atmosphere. Okay? Kay atmosphere man gipangayo chuba-chucho. Okay, ganon. So we will consider the 0.08205 liter atmosphere mole Kelvin times temperature which is mentioned sa diri-ari. Pila man? O 298. Ganon. So cancel na ng Kelvin, chuba-chucho. Yeah. Na makadiri-ari liter atmosphere mole Kelvin, mole na habilin liter. Okay, now, ganon. Pressure, 1 atmosphere. Standard. Volume, 22.414 liter of gas occupied at a standard temperature pressure of an ideal gas law or ideal gas solution. Something like that. Okay, so liter. Okay, cancel liter. Chok, chok. Ganon. And then mole. Di makancel ang mole, guys. Take note. Okay, liter atmosphere cancel. Chok, chok. What will left? The grams and the mole. So we have now the molecular weight, which is correct. Grams per mole. Grams per mole, pila na siyang grams per mole, and then try to locate that, what element is that, and what element compound is that, then bingo, you can solve what is being in the graduated cylinder, in the beaker, you can determine even though you don't know. Okay? A known sample. Okay? Mo na siya mga study sa qualitative chemistry, sa laboratory. Okay? You got the point? Oh, mana siya guys. Okay, ako itong pangitaang pilihan sa hinihigay niya. Okay, ganon. So, 4.722. Basta sayok ni siya. Charot! Okay. Eh, mura mo niya akong maabot. Mura dito akong maabot. Charot. Okay. So, after times guys, madadalik na guys, wiki. 0.8205 times 298 gid siya divided by, diba, 22.414. Okay. Pila man ang iyang molecular weight. Okay? So, atong i-compute. Diba? Atong i-compute. Okay? Now, in this case, guys, okay, this is the thing also. Okay? Diba? Atong hinumduman, guys, ha, nga, if na ay given ang volume, unahon na to og preferred ang naa sa given. You get the point? Since we already know also that there is 22.414 liter in the ideal gas solution because we treat this problem as an ideal gas solution because we are using the PV and RT. But if there is a given in the volume, substitute that volume. Unless there's no given in the volume, then use that 22.414. That is also a technique. Okay? But in here, there's 2.25 liters siya. So we will erase this 22.414. Second option lang ni siya. Okay? Because I don't write the problems in the board. I just hold the paper. That's why I did not see the 2.75. Only the method of how we discuss makes me wrong. Not really the concept. Okay? You get the point? So the concept is already there. This is just only the, clerical errors or whatever. So that would not matter at all, right? Okay? 2.75. Chupa-chucho. Ganon. To 2.75. Sound ganito? Molecular weight is equals to the mass times the universal gas constant R times temperature over pressure times volume. Now, yung Sotero, kapoy binag-memorize anang R, gas constant. Duha na sa buha. Sa buha man magdagan ka ito. Okay na pa yung mga calorie chuba-chucho, bitiyo chubu-chucho. Ano maglisod-lisod mang ka na may duhara. Okay. Now, if the problem in the future, dili siya common nimo na memorize, take note, dili siya common nimo memorize, either given siya or wala. Ang imong buhaton na higayon na, mag-derive ka. Kay marok jud kay ang question in the future, guys, especially sa board examination. Because usually, we don't use that in our classroom instruction. We always practice the liter atmosphere per mole Kelvin, the joules mole per Kelvin. Maro kayo naka-actual examination ang mga unit ihatag dito sa mga universal gas constant wa didto dire. Lain nga mga unit. Mo nila BTU something chupa-chucho, ganon. Ay mag-derive na pug ka. Para makuha na sa mo ang laing value sa R. Wa may problema kay na maki-PV in RT. So, masolve lagi ako nimo ang R even though ka nag-memorize. You get the point? Wala siya. Be careful lang ka sa akong inyo compatibility of the units of measure. Basta naagod siya makancel chuba-chucho. Muna na siya, daog na siya. Okay? You get the point? Mudyo ni pintimaraan nga sa mga engineering courses. Mudyo pinimit siya sa mga math. Nga na mudyo pinimit mo kakaloka. Diba? Times 298 times 4.722. Abdi ko dyan ito mga mata. Diba? 41. 41.9. Ang iyang kuan, molecular weight. What compound that has a 41.9 grams per mole? If dili exact siya, guys, if there's no exact, go to the most closer. Okay, based on my memorization, that is 40 sa greenhouse gas. What is a greenhouse gas? In global warming, that is carbon dioxide. So the unknown element in this problem solving is carbon dioxide. In this number 3. So actually, we will say, 472 grams of carbon dioxide gas is collected, but maro lang yun, ano lang yun siya para malisod. Okay? Inside that simulator content ngayon. So para nasa siya challenge. Ganon. Get the point? So carbon dioxide will be the answer here. So we need to say qualitative chemistry, not quantitative. Because it's not amount what is being asked. It's the kind of compound, it's the kind of element, what is that in your unknown sample. Okay, we're having this, given. You get the point? Ganun siya. Carbon dioxide. Okay. Ganon. Get the point? Ganun siya, guys. I-collect yun yung carbon dioxide. Guys, it's heavier than air, man. Okay? Maglisod biya kag-collect sa air, okay? Mas bugat man ang carbon dioxide. Okay? You got the point? Ganun. Okay, tapos na tayo inihigan yun na. And now we will solve for the last one. Okay, kani siya. Okay. Mag-solve na sa last, guys. Okay, nakakaloka, no?